All right, in honor of this throwback Blizzard costumes, we are dreaming up some delicious 90s dishes.
From Oreos to pizza rolls, we were eating well back in 1991. Joining us live with a taste of the 90s, Minneapolis-St. Paul Magazine food and dining editor, it's Stephanie March, who is also feeling the 90s.
Who is Stephanie March from the 90s? I mean, Toad, Dulcinea, 94. That concert was amazing. That tour was awesome.
And the hair. Oh, gosh.
How did we do this, you guys? It's not fun. It's so annoying.
Super annoying.
You were rocking it.
What did people call you in the 90s? Did you have a nickname? Were you Steph or Steffi or?
I don't know if I can say what my nickname was.
Okay.
If it was Stiffy or not. That was.
If it was. Well, we won't call you that. We'll continue on.
This is funny. We've been talking about obviously like fashion from the 90s is coming back, but kind of food trends.
Is that weird or what?
Is that weird?
It is
but
weird.
It's actually happening.
Yeah, it's nostalgia, right? And then we kind of get, but what I love, it's nostalgia on junk food side of things and kind of on the chefy side of things, because the 90s literally was the beginning of sort of the chef obsession that America had. And so there's certain things that kind of, we can peg that were like moments that either have carried forth or are coming back.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy.
And we're starting with the chicken Caesar salad.
Let's talk about grilled chicken Caesar salad. I mean, that is like, I know it's still here, and everyone's like, that's not a flashback. I know, but it basically started in the 90s, and it was this really sort of bid for California cuisine to make an entree salad, right? Huh. And sort of like a big, and the Caesar's been around forever. It's definitely, part of Hollywood and stardom and everything going down to Tijuana. But putting the grilled chicken on top and eating it for dinner, that's so 90s, let me just tell you.
I like this throwback.
I know, I'm in, and I still eat them, so it's not a big deal, but I love the one at Broder's Pasta Bar. So it's like, if you're gonna go and you're gonna get one that's really good, you wanna head over to Broder's Pasta Bar, and I love it because there's anchovies, like there's real good anchovies in that mix. Like, you don't want the pack of Caesar salad dressing from a squishy thing. You want someone good to make it.
It took me a long time in my life to figure out that there were actually anchovies, that was like part of Caesar salad.
Yeah, it's supposed. Well, and that's a whole controversy anyway. The original people say one brother says there is, the other brother says there isn't.
Whoa.
Controversy. Seriously.
Who knew?
I know, who knew?
Next up, another thing that really hasn't gone away, but clearly was born in the 90s, Espresso Martini.
Oh, I mean, that went away because bartenders hate making them. But I tell you what, Espresso Martinis are back in a big way. In fact, you see people drinking them all over social media. And I think to the bartender's chagrin, because like nobody wants to go pull an espresso shot in the middle of a heavy bar shift.
Yeah, that takes a little time.
Yeah, but they're figuring it out. Now they're kind of back into like, maybe they're batching some syrups and stuff like that.
Sure.
The one that I really love, and most of them aren't like celebrating it too hard, but Red Rabbit has a great one, and they've said they'll make them. So if you want one,
they don't enjoy it, but they will.
They'll make one for you.
A little extra tip.
They might eye roll, and you might have to tip a little harder.
Okay, molten lava cake.
Right, that is another thing. That's a chefy thing that is sort of like it was John George von Gritten. He sort of pioneered the molten lava cake. I love this cut. Because it's kind of an icon now, but it really did start in the 90s. Here's the deal, you can find them all over town still because they are so delicious, right? And we're just waiting for like the center, oh my God, there's the payoff. I know. And I love they're at Bolvino's in St. Paul. They have a great one. They're a sort of a steakhouse churrascaria, and they've got a great one. So
okay. Next up, this is what I ate every single day after school in high school with a glass of Pepsi and ice. Pizza rolls. It was very specific cuisine.
Pepsi and ice.
Pepsi and a glass with ice. We call it Piagui. That's the initials.
Yes. Pizza rolls, and hello, a Minnesota created item. Let's be very clear that
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Gino's up in Duluth, I think Gino's up in Duluth, they pioneered and invented the pizza roll, which will then forever burn the mouths of children across the country forever. And so, I mean, let's be clear, it's like General Mills bought them and they kind of brought them wide, but you can get a pizza puff at Ito, which is sort of an adult version.
Oh, fun.
Kind of fun.
Oh, I love it. And that's what East Side used to be,
Yeah,
correct?
East Side used to be that. Now it's Ito.
Okay, cookies and cream.
Everywhere, right? I mean, it's the bacon of the 2000s and is the cookies and cream of the 90s. I mean, it was just sort of all over the place and people flavored everything with it. I don't see a problem with flavoring your beer with it. So, I think that it's all right. There's a Waconia Brewing. They've got a cookies and cream flavored milk stout with all the candy flavored beers. Why not have a cookies and cream one?
Have at it.
And I'll just shout out for Sebastian Joe's cookies and cream ice cream, which is the standard, like the benchmark. So good.
Can verify.
Okay.
Can verify.
Oh, and I dropped it. I'm stealing yours. I'm also very excited about this. Kid of the 90s, Dunkaroos. These were the best. When
These
these
are
showed up in lunch,
Yes.
your day was going to be good.
I know, right? And I think that
You
these.
were a cool kid.
It's like General Betty Crocker brought them back. Can we say that this was found in the Fox 9 Cafe? These were here. No one had to go get them.
I hope they haven't changed the recipe.
I know. I think that they're the same.
is amazing.
Yeah, you got to dip in.
So you said there was actually like, they went away,
they went away.
and then there was like a campaign to bring them back.
Yep, and it kind of
obviously-
flopped a little bit. Like it wasn't like as big of a shebang as they wanted it to be. But
Really good.
I know. Oh my God.
And
Is it really
amazing
good, though?
that we have them in our in the Fox 9 Cafe. Oh, do you remember this though? Do you
Yeah.
remember the ads?
Oh my God. Look at how so very 90s that is. You can buy them also, you guys, if you can find them around town, obviously, but if you want a chefy version of it, Anna Molly's barbecue truck is sort of dressing up. They do like they go as a different costume every year, and they're going as the 90s, and they have Dunkaroos at
Yes.
They have their own version of Dunkaroos.
Nice.
I know.
Also, shout out to
Stephanie?
Bebe Zito Ice Cream for their slam.
This
It's
is
called
true.
Slam Dunky,
Yep.
one of their flavors.
Uh-huh.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Yeah, so good. Thank you. No, really, thank you so much.
Anytime.
I love this segment.
She
You
really
can
wanted
read-
some pizza rolls though too.
I
And I
do.
should have brought you some Zima. I mean, honestly, I really should have.
and some Jolly Ranchers.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You can read all of Stephanie's articles in MSP Magazine at mspmag.com. We don't need to bring back Zimas.
All right.